Shalom, family. It's good to see you all here. So, Texas just declared itself as under an invasion because so many of these migrants are coming in. Now, I don't know how many of my subscribers, I know I have subscribers from Texas, and I know there were already a lot of them in Texas that you probably long have seen. But I don't know if any of you have noticed an increase, but now 50 counties in Texas are under a declaration of migrant invasion. Uh, But it just goes to show you these people coming in. Up in December. December broke records in the number of people coming in here. And I know I read that at the very beginning of the year. I think somewhere like around the 2nd of January, they said it was record breaking, the amount of people that came in from south of the border. Well, I know now in my state, a lot of them by bus are being dropped off in Trenton. And they said it's been an explosion of them here in Trenton, New Jersey. So they are coming here as well. It's just that New York is making the news a lot more, but they're coming in to New Jersey as well in big numbers. That's why the mayor was saying they're going to start turning the buses around and taking them back to Texas. Okay, Special Child said, I am in Texas, Lisa. My neighborhood is overrun by these people. Yeah, well, that's exactly what they're saying in these different counties. And I don't doubt it because Texas is really a hot spot for these people coming into the country. Alicia Given said, I live in Arlington, Texas, and these people are everywhere. I believe it. I believe it. So, I mean, it's good to hear from the people that are in Texas because you're the ones that will see it firsthand. Yeah, Veronica, they are busing all over. It's just that Chicago and New York are getting most of the press, but they're coming into other places because I'm hearing it from different people. Damon Reeves, you said Denver is getting slammed. Yeah, they are. It's just that I guess because New York and Chicago are such big cities, they are getting the most publicity, but they are actually being bussed everywhere. A lot of other major cities are receiving them too. They're just not getting the press. If you listen to mainstream news, you would think they're not going anywhere but Chicago and New York, and that is false. I saw a story back in December of how many of them are in DC. They said DC is exploding with them too. But y'all, this is what the government want. This would not be happening if the US government did not want them here. They apparently want them here. That's why they're letting them flood in and it's out of control. So you can tell no matter how much they're putting up protests, are the Republicans and Democrats really working hard to shut this down? They're not. A lot of people are talking about the Democrats, but the Republicans are not working hard to shut this down either. You may hear them say something here and there, but they're really not putting their foot down at all. They're not doing it. And and you got to also understand there's people from other locations, like there are Africans coming through that southern border. A lot of Chinese, from what I understand, are coming through the border too. And the reason why they're coming in that way is because when they come in from their countries, a lot of times south of the border, they don't require a visa for them to come in. That's why Ukrainians still come in that way. They came in through south of the border. And some of y'all might remember because I did that story. They don't require a visa, so people just file in there. So many of them do. Oh, it's a lot of Chinese coming in. And see, there's a lot of illegal Chinese people, but they don't bother them. They don't bother them at all. But there are a lot in this country that are illegal. And you can tell when you go to some of these, and I haven't gone in ages, to an Asian restaurant, many of them that are making your food can't even speak English, but they are working in those restaurants. No, that you we got to all admit and accept this government is allowing this invasion and they are fine with it, and I don't care what anybody say because I know everybody is saying, well, when Trump get in, this is all going to change. Well, you got a bunch of Republicans sitting in Congress and sitting in the Senate, and they're not putting up no big fight. They may be complaining, but they're not putting up no big fight over this. So I have to believe, just watching that, I have to believe both sides are fine with this whole thing. That's all I'm saying. So let's get into this story. Let me go ahead and share. Okay. Now, actually, let me see if I can get this. All right. I'm going to show you the counties that, let me stop sharing. I want to show you the counties on the screen that are saying they are being invaded in Texas. Okay. Let me blow this up. I'm going to zoom in so that you can see this. You can get a good look at it. Okay. So you should be able to see the counties that are reporting an invasion in Texas. Now, I know I got people in Texas in my chat. I mean, let me know if you see your county on the screen, but these are the ones that are reporting an invasion, that did a declaration of an invasion. Here's some more. I mean, the list is kind of long. I mean, some of these counties I've heard of. I'm not really um big on the locations in Texas. I'm not really that familiar with it, like some of you may be. Are these counties more in the southern part of the state? I don't know. I would think that it probably is. I mean, but technically they can move anywhere. But these are the ones that reported the invasion. All right, so let me get into the story. So, Texas border crisis, 50 counties declare invasion amid security concerns. And no telling how many criminals have crossed that border, y'all. As the border crisis continued to unfold, 50 counties in Texas have now declared an invasion, citing the U.S. Constitution Article 6 and Section 4. So, Texas Constitution, they're saying, is their legal basis. The declaration is both federal government and Texas governor to protect against invasion. So it's both state and federal that these invasions are reported on. And they said they are getting new additions to the county list on a regular basis. So, y'all, even right now, it can be beyond the 50 counties in Texas. So, Governor Greg Abbott, Operation Lone Star, a border security mission targeting criminal activities such as drugs and human smuggling. So they're saying county officials have squarely placed responsibility for the border crisis on the Biden administration, claiming that it estimates 10 million people have illegally entered the country since 2021. Yes, y'all, they said since Biden been in office, 8, now they're saying that is up to 10 million. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people coming in all at once. Of these, 1.9 million reportedly entered Texas in the fiscal 2023 alone. The crisis, they argue, is unsustainable and severely impacts their communities, both socially and economically. Yeah, I mean, look, even the governor, not the governor, the mayor of New York, Eric Adams, said they're on the, they're about to collapse. And it is economically, you always taking in a flood of people. Yeah, that's going to use up all the tax dollars and everything. Okay. A Tascosa County Judge, Weston Crude, he says, has played a crucial role in mobilizing other counties to declare an invasion and form coalitions to support and solutions. He, among others, are urging Congress to halt funding for what they perceive as the administration's failed policies. Their primary gripe lies with the catch and release approach, which they argue exacerbates the crisis and emboldens cartel activity. The declarations by these counties reflect a shared belief that Texas must defend itself, its borders, and enforcement of immigration laws to maintain state and national sovereignty in line with its 58 counties that have issued disaster declarations to align with Abbott's border security initiatives. Consequently, almost 40% of Texas counties have issued either disaster or invasion declarations or both in response to the border crisis. That is outrageous. That is outrageous. What we are looking at is complete negligence, y'all. It is complete negligence. This is not leadership at all. It really is. And just think this list is probably already updated and it's got a lot of counties on it. So if there's 58 counties and there's 50 on the list that made a declaration of invasion, that means only 8 counties haven't. So in Texas, wow, that is crazy. Mm-mm-mm. This is absolutely outrageous. This is what Biden administration is doing to this country. Jane Smith, thank you for becoming a new member. And the only lioness, thank you for the super chat. Thanks for covering this. We definitely are feeling it in New York City. Complete incompetence. It is. It is. And y'all, let me tell you something. It's amazing how it's mayors of black cities that are getting invaded on by these folks. And those are the very cities the Biden administration will not help. They won't give them funding. They won't do anything to help with these folks. What are you supposed to do with them? They got to stay somewhere. They got to eat. They got to find work. You're going to have to provide work permits for them. Those things are a strain on taxpayer money. You're doing this for a bunch of people that have not paid one tax dollar here, and you're giving all of the money away. One thing I do, one thing I have learned about the Biden administration, they sure love helping anything that's foreign, and they hate helping anything domestic. If you are in this country and you need help, you can best believe Biden is not going to be the one to give you that help. Do you know how many people in this country are struggling financially and could use the money that they're pouring into these migrants that are coming across the border? You know, I mean, this is absolutely crazy. Instead of letting them invade your county, y'all should figure out where every politician lives and what county they're in, and ship all of these people to their counties and all around the towns they live in. That's what you should do. Get a map, get the names of all these politicians, figure out where they are, what places they represent, and flood those areas. If it was me and I was the governor, that's what I would do. You got to invade them. See, as long as the average person is feeling this, they won't care. So you have to make the politicians feel it wherever they live, whatever districts they represent. You got to flood the zone. That's how I would do it. That's why I will never be governor because I would know how to retaliate on the Biden administration with no problem. But my family that are out there, and I'm talking about my online family, be careful, stay separate, stay safe. I know it's hard, it's easy for me. I'm an outsider looking in, but I know how difficult it must be. Oh, yeah, invade them, drop them off. And even the migrants got sense enough to know who got the money in this country and who don't, because when they went door to door, they didn't go door to door in the black community. You know why? Because they said they already know that the black people don't have a lot. That's why they didn't go door to door. They went to a Trump supporting neighborhood and knocked on the doors because they know where the money is. They know who holds the money in this country. So drop them off in their neighborhoods. That's all. Governor Greg Abbott, get the map out and start figuring out where these politicians are, and flood them up. That's my best advice. And that way you can uninvade your counties and invade theirs. Since they think it's no problem, then make it a burden on them. I bet you once you do that, they'll put a halt to it, because now you're disturbing their peace. Mm-mm-mm. Y'all, I think 2024 is looking to be a very interesting year. I think it is going to be some very interesting things going on in America. I mean, they're already talking about the crime going through the roof since these folks have gone across the border. And as they keep coming in by the tens of thousands on a regular basis, that's about to get worse. So, y'all, I just wanted to go over this, and just stay tuned. I'll definitely have more stories coming up and more live streams. So maybe the next time, I have a really good topic, I'll let people come on to the panel again. Angie, Saturday, thank you so much for the super sticker. So, everybody, enjoy the rest of your day, wherever you are in this country or in this world. Shalom, family.